There we go. That ought to work. Anyways, currently making coffee right now. Dan has a really good, well, let's just say that you have to work for the coffee. It isn't, you can't just plop it in there and it's ready in 30 seconds. You actually have to make it. So this is from the last batch. So we have to bang it on this little, I don't know what this is called. I mean, it's a Breville something, a knocker, I guess. But nobody's home right now, so I don't have to count down from 3 and worry about blowing somebody's eardrums out. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. And then I have to go rinse it out, obviously, because there's old coffee particles in it. So I'll bring you over here. I'll just kind of show you. Where's the sink? Yeah, there we go. Have to get the water really hot. I don't want to yell. Have to wait for the water to get hot enough so I can actually rinse it out. And then what I like to put in my coffee is I do about 1 teaspoon of this French vanilla, 0 calorie, sugar-free. I put about 1 teaspoon in there. And it just makes it's just a little sweet, you know, nothing crazy. I don't like to put too much in there because it can get overwhelming really fast. And it doesn't really, like, one thing of this isn't a whole lot of coffee, but it is an espresso. So it's very, how do I explain it? Concentrated. It's like very dense, I guess. I don't know. But it's good stuff. It's quality. Dry it off a little bit. Now this is where things start to get interesting. Alright. Now this little device here, you take the little filter out, you can set it anywhere. And then you put this in here. And then this little thing. And then for now, we'll take this out and place it underneath. Then I'll set that over here. Then we take this little top piece here. We get the scale. Little scale right here. Tar it out. So when you set something on it, just turn it on. It automatically tars. Anyways, let me see here. What do we got? Goalie washer. Rich and full-bodied. Dark chocolate. Caramel. Caramel. I say caramel. I think that sounds better. Toasted walnut. This is what they got. It's good stuff. You measure out 14.2 grams. Sometimes I overshoot it. That was 14.9. So I gotta take some. Grabbing the beans is hard sometimes, like one little straggler. Here we go, one more. 14.3. 14.1. 0.3 will be fine. Literally one bean is like 0.2 grams. And now, what I have to do is get a little bit of water and like wet my fingers and then mix it around. So I guess it gets rid of the static when I put it in the machine. You don't want to get them oversaturated though. You just want to do just a few little droplets. Here, I'll bring you over here so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you can kind of see what I'm doing. The angle's a little, there we go. So, little tiny stream here. And then just mix it up. You don't want to get it too wet. I've done that a few times, and they've let me know that I gotta relax on the amount of water. If you can see the water, like making streaks in there, you've done too much. I think the whole point of it is to just kind of get rid of the static, I guess, because they're dry beans, right? So they can get kind of stuck. Okay, I think I'm underdoing it. It's like, I don't know. I think that'll be just fine. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Anyways, I'll bring it back over here. It is a bit of a process making this coffee, but like I said, the video cut out, we're good now. All right, now we'll pour it into the machine. You want to kind of move the beans around like evenly so they're distributed well. Then you put that on, and this little thing usually goes where well, basically it just catches any extra like coffee residue or whatever that doesn't end up in the whatever the little device is called. And then you click it twice, and then it'll dispense the coffee. And it takes roughly about 30 seconds. And then I'll show you this. This is really cool. So they have these electric mugs right here. They're Ember, that's the brand, and you turn it on by the press of a button on the back, and basically it keeps your coffee warm while you're drinking it. So like you can set it down and it'll keep it warm. And I don't know how long the battery lasts on it, but I reckon a pretty long time, because you can set it down for like 30 minutes and come back to it and it's still hot. Really cool stuff. So now that it's done dispensing, yeah, I'm gonna pull this out. But before I do that, I gotta do 1, 2, 3, tap it, because there might be some coffee that's caught in the machine. This way, when you pull it out, there isn't a mountain of coffee that ends up falling on the, and there's nowhere for it to go. So, do that a few times. And then now you can take it out, and then we take this little distributor thing, little wire kind of thing, and kind of just move it around in there, distribute it. This one, yeah, this one's kind of tricky because, yeah, here we go. You don't want to spend too much time on it, but then there's a little bit of coffee residue on there. You just take your fingers, pinch it, and then get the coffee that's on there off of there. And then now, I'm gonna there we go. Now it's relatively flat in there, and then I'm gonna put it over here in the little wood block. I don't think you can see it. Here, I'll angle it down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. So I set it here, and then I take this little device, which is like a flattener or a leveler, I guess you could say, and twist it about 2 to 3 times, or 4, whatever. And then take a little paper towel or whatever and wipe it off. And then you take this condenser, I guess you could call it, or what do they call it? A press? Yeah, a press. I don't know why I didn't think of that. A press. You press it about 2 to 3 times. I usually go 3 times. 2, 3. Perfect. Take the coffee residue off of there. And then do like, you close your eyes because you don't want to get coffee in your eyes, but you do a little light blow. You go, there we go. This way, whatever extra coffee that didn't get condensed goes in the air. Great. And then this little thing helps scrape the sides of it off for any coffee that gets stuck on the sides. There you go. Now you can take the little filter, put it on there, and now you're ready for the fun part. Put it up here in the machine, twist it. Now it's holding in place. Take your cup, press the button. Sometimes you have to press it more than once. It takes a while. Press it once, maybe sometimes 3 times for it to finally kick on. Let's see if it'll work. Now, I usually set this stuff on top and then put the little catcher thing underneath. And it kind of has like a magnetic pull, so it centers itself where it needs to be. And then, yeah, you can't forget the French vanilla sugar-free syrup, which I'm gonna probably use. I don't know if I want to use these spoons. I'm gonna get a spoon from the. Oh. Lily's toys are always on the ground. Did I tell you what? These things, growing up, were so entertaining. They're loud though. They're really annoying. But it is the staple of our childhood. Where are the teaspoons at? Alright, there's one. This is clean. And now, for the final stretch of the coffee making process, you want to take the device out of the machine. You kind of want to let it drain the rest of the very concentrated coffee. And there's a little rubber piece, like a little ring around it. So you can use that to kind of knock whatever's left out of there. And then once you get every little drip of coffee out of there, you can proceed to put it. It's hard, man, because you could be here for, a cool 30 seconds getting it. And you may not get every last drop. Sometimes it takes a while. But once you're done, you can put it here and then let it dry. And so for the next person who comes, they can knock it out. It's much easier to knock it out when it's dry, I presume. And then get a little teaspoon of that. Drop it in there, mix it. And then also, there's this machine right here has a water dispenser. Since this coffee is pure coffee, obviously it takes water. I reckon it takes water to filter out the coffee and make the drink. But if it's too strong, you can add a little bit of water. And this cup's not very big. Normally I actually do use bigger cups, but I wanted to show you the cool mug. But you take this little spout here, and click this button here. It's like a water dispenser. And it basically, really hot water comes out of this little device. Here we go. Yeah. It's not a lot, but like a steady stream. And you can fill it up as much as you want. And then to your liking. And I'll probably stop right there. Cool. Well, there you go. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'll probably mix it up a few more times here, but. And then this mug, I'm pretty sure it's on. I think I did turn it on. I mean, I did click the button, but I can try clicking it again to see if the light displays something different. But the white light's on, so. And then that's a blue light. I actually don't know exactly what all that indicates, but it's hot regardless, and I plan to drink it now, so. Anyways, but I just thought I'd show you that process, and then I'm gonna make breakfast, eat that, chill, and then I'm not training till around 4 o'clock this evening. My coach brings his son to come train with us. Fridays are probably my favorite days of training, just because I kind of have most of the day to just kind of relax, get my mind right. I'm still pretty sore from this week of training anyways, and we're deadlifting, so at least it gives my time, or my body, more time to rest throughout the day, eat, prepare mentally, all the good stuff, you know. But man, for me, I love coffee. I mean, I'm not like a coffee fiend. Like, I don't just drink like 4 coffees a day, no. Like, but I like a good cup in the morning. It's just, it makes me feel good, you know what I mean? It's just like, and it's a good diuretic. I think that's what, yeah, it's a diuretic, so like, makes me have to use the bathroom. I know it's kind of TMI, but it definitely is nice for that. And just having a cup of coffee with breakfast and stuff just feels good for my soul. Anywho, yeah, my brother, he hates coffee, which is strange because he loves NOS, which is his favorite energy drink. I've never had NOS, and I'm not trying to judge him. I'm just saying, it's just like, after 35 years, I would think that you would just, I don't know, like coffee, I guess. I mean, I know like black coffee doesn't taste that great, and granted, I put some syrup in it, but you can make it taste good. That's my point. You can make coffee taste good, right? It doesn't have to taste like dirt water. You know what I mean? Like, it can be good. You can enjoy coffee. I don't like to have too much sugar in it. It doesn't need to be too sweet, but coffee can be good. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. I will see you guys at the gym. Peace. All right, good morning, y'all. Thank you for watching Back Day. I'm not recording this outro until the next day, which is Saturday. So yesterday was Friday. Back here at the coffee making station, I'm gonna make coffee, then do my 30 minutes of cardio. It's 11:30 right now. I'm not gonna lie, I stayed up late, so I didn't wake up very long ago. Got on my phone, scrolled a little bit, and now I'm gonna do a little pick me up. Probably not gonna eat until roughly 12, because the last meal I had was, honestly, it's probably been 12 hours at this point, but I'm just gonna drink this coffee, relax for a little bit, and probably have my first meal around 12, maybe 12:30, and then, yeah, that's really it. My friend's coming into town today. We're gonna go watch a comedy show tonight, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, other than that, we are exactly 20 weeks out today, and yeah, it's exciting. I'm gonna do my check-ins tomorrow morning. I like to do my check-ins on Sunday morning because I would have already had a full day of rest, and the rest eating, how do I explain it? The rest day eating protocol, I'm not saying that right, but the plan is different than training days, so I'm not eating as much. It kind of gives my body a chance to kind of clear out and, you know, be in a more of a deficit essentially. So I'll have a much truer reading of my fasted weight tomorrow morning versus on a train, or like following a training day. So like yesterday I trained and ate regular training day food, but today, no training, so there's no extra stress or inflammation or whatever. Gives my body a chance to kind of, you know, clear out and whatever. Mind you, I just woke up, so I'm a little tired and trying to string words together. It's just, forget about it. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you for push on Monday. Peace.